All right, Sheriff. Officially welcome into the show.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
You guys have a lot going on at the sheriff's office.
We do. You know, it's typical summer, as everybody knows, in St. John's County. Just a lot going on. Of course, kids out of school, a lot of visitors here. But big day today, as we do every year. And I know you're a big supporter of this, Pete, and of course 904 is. But today at Mount Moriah Church over in West Augustine near 200 South Woodline, we do our summer bash.
That's right.
Oh,
that's
fun.
right.
Yeah, we have water slides coming in. Matter of fact, my crew was out back. My community engagement team was out back actually getting the hamburgers and hot dogs and all that stuff ready. So
I thought you were going to say blowing up all the water slides by hand.
No. We actually have a machine. Anyways, so today's a big day. It's from 11 to 1 today.
Okay.
Out just west of 200 South Woodlawn at New Mount Moriah Church out there. So we appreciate the Pastor Brett, with his...
he's awesome.
Yep, he is. He's gracious to us. And again, it's a big day. We usually get a couple hundred kids out there.
Cool. Yeah.
And then most of our deputy sheriffs that work that area are on the slides. So just a big day for us. It's a good day.
Your deputy sheriffs have as much fun as the kids do almost.
Probably more so. Yeah.
Boy,
I think Scott
really
Beaver last year pulled a hammy on the water slide. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
After I told him not to go down the thing.
You did?
Yes.
That makes sense. But he's in a little better shape. I saw Scott Beaver the other day. He's slimming down a little bit.
He lost, I hate to, maybe I shouldn't serious, but he lost 50, I think, 8 pounds.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Great.
My whole
Good
staff
for him,
is on a little bit of a weight loss thing there, a little bit of a challenge.
You guys are all on Ozempic, huh?
I'm not doing that. I'm on a weight gain program. I'm trying to run Kendall off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm on a weight gain program.
Well, apparently she's going on a cruise without you, so it's starting here.
So what Pete's talking about is that I just got an alert on my Royal Caribbean app, which I just recently used to bring my mother on her 80th birthday, Rita.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday.
Last weekend, yeah.
Happy birthday.
But I just got an alert that it's time for you and your wife to make your way to the gangway and board.
Oh.
So, Kendall, have fun, because when you come home, your house can be cut in half.
Wow.
And all your clothes, and all your cars.
Isn't that the opposite of how it works? Isn't she going to get half of the stuff?
No, I'm going to cut it in half for her, so when she comes home, she can take it.
How Sheriff Hardwick got his groove back.
Listen, I'll be honest with you.
You guys just had an anniversary, though.
We
didn't
did
you?
last Saturday, 32 years.
Awesome, man. Happy
32
anniversary.
years. 32 years of hell. But it's been
awesome.
You guys didn't catch the hell word in there. I just said 32 years of hell.
That's because you can say whatever you want.
You're allowed to say hell.
It's free country.
Why can't I say hell?
You can. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
But you just spelled it.
HE double hockey stick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just the old school way of doing it.
Yeah, 32 years.
His mom might be watching. That's why he's.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, not this week.
Actually, I think your mom commented on our Facebook saying happy anniversary, so I think.
Oh, that's nice.
She's
Very
awesome.
good.
But yeah, so 32 years last Saturday, and then my mom turned 80 on Sunday, so our family took a little cruise, just a 3 or 4 day down the Bahamas for her 80th birthday. She had a great time.
That's awesome.
Good. So you're supposed to say congratulations on anniversary. So
Yeah.
I wrote condolences.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Well, apparently she's needs to board quickly because the ship's leaving.
Yeah.
She's independent.
Yeah. But anyways,
All right.
So today, 11 to 1. 200 South Woodlawn. Actually, it's at New Mount Moriah Church, right around the corner there, Christopher Street. And again, it's our back to school bash for our kids in West Augustine. And come one, come all. Water slides, food.
How many?
How many we usually have there?
Yeah.
We usually have a couple hundred.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I mean water slides.
We have.
Otherwise, that'd be pretty awesome.
No, not a couple hundred. We probably had. I think we had
That's
two.
a lot of water
There's a
slides.
theme park out
We
there.
had 2 last year,
Okay, cool.
right across from the Wildflower Clinic.
Oh, now I know. Okay,
Right across
good.
the street
Yeah.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's so fun.
So, and then also too, can we go into talk about our 911 communication operators?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
So
of course.
listen, we're doing a big push. Tomorrow is the last day to register. You can go to www.sjso.org, which is our Facebook, or which is our webpage. Click on our Facebook page. I know you've been sharing it, Pete. 904 has. We appreciate it. So what we're doing is we're doing a big push for our E911 communications center. We have some openings out there. When we actually took over the dispatch for City of St. Augustine, we inherited their 12 to 14 positions. So we're still trying to fill those positions that we inherited from the City of St. Augustine when I took over for Chief Michaud over there. So again, so you can go on, you fill out the QR code. We have probably close to, I think 40, so far.
Applications?
Yeah, so we're doing like a little bit of pre-register. So we don't want to embarrass you. So we're doing a little bit of pre-qualifier on the registration. So we're going to let you know if you don't meet the qualifications. But please check us out. The starting pay is going to be just under $50,000 starting 1 October. It's going to be $48,000. Yep, and then once you're certified, you're just under $52,000.
Okay.
Of course, it's shift work, but our people, men and women that work out there, they're amazing. By the way, they love the shift work because they're off so much. You're off about 6 months out of the year on 12-hour shift work. work.
So what type of applicant would you be looking for on something like this?
It's David, it's a phenomenal question. It's customer service based, and I will tell you this, law enforcement has really gone to, we are customer service. We're no different than, Publix, Winn-Dixie, Walmart, a restaurant, a hotel.
I'm an emotional wreck. I probably couldn't do something like that. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I can tell you right now.
Yeah. I'm okay with this.
I would question all your hiring ability if you hired him for 911.
Absolutely. I would be a mess. What are you doing? Oh my God. What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
I question myself. So I got to tell you a funny story. So, I love my people and my people are amazing in the entire agency. But when you go out there, I get nervous in that room. So the women, the men and women out there have asked me, he's like, hey, Sheriff, sit down and take a headset. And I put the headset on and I just my palms get sweaty. I get like sick to my stomach. These men and women are amazing, because one minute you're sitting there, and I hate to say, one minute you're sitting there, dealing with a minor traffic crash, somebody ran into a pole and nobody's hurt, no injuries, stuff like that. And next minute, it's a baby in a pool, face down, not breathing.
Right.
And they're talking through that. So every 911 call comes through the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. Last year, we handled about 115,000 911 calls. We handled about 265,000 dispatch calls to our deputy sheriffs and police officers, to our deputy sheriffs, not including the police officers from the city and the beach and the National Park Service Rangers. So we had about 400,000 calls of ingoing and outgoing calls at that center out there. So if you're interested in great benefits, one thing I just to kind of put this out there to pitch is that, our job doesn't go away. During the pandemic, during the hurricane, we don't shut down operations. So the job is always there. So the men and women that work out there, I'm going to give a quick shout out. We have a young lady named Maddie. She's a local graduate, St. Augustine High School. She's 19 years old and she's just one of our many rock stars out there. And with that being said, just the people that work out there, they got a gift, Davey. And I know you're kidding around about it, but you're right. It takes a special person. I'm not that person. And I'll be honest with you. We have some men working out there, but the women have a gift. It's that nurturing. It's that nurturing. Nurturing. It's that nurturing. It's that motherly. It's that raising kids. I mean, they get it down to a science.
They can weed out through the BS too.
I have to agree with you too. And then you got to deal with our BS, which is our deputy sheriffs, which we have, 525 deputy sheriffs here. So you got to deal with that BS of not just taking the calls, but also dispatching the calls.
Well, it's one of the most important positions in the sheriff's office, right?
It is. So tomorrow's the last day to register. Please go on, I know your Facebook page, the 904 app. Go on, of course, ours at St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. And please come be a part of a great team out there. We're approaching 971 members of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. We'll be close to 1,000 this year. And again, the pay will go up significantly here in the near future around October. So they're starting at 45, I believe, right now, base pay, and they'll be at 49 when they get trained, and they'll double that by about, or not double that, by about $3,000. So come on, please join the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. I appreciate you mentioning that.
All right. So and we talked about, I guess is it Commander Beaver now?
No, he's actually Director Beaver.
Director Beaver. All right, we talked about Director Beaver, and way back in the day, you guys had a very unique, or Sheriff Perry had a very unique way of creating the sergeants and lieutenants and stuff like that. They went in front of a panel.
Yep.
And they had a citizen that sat on the 5-team panel. Do you still do that?
So actually what we do now is, since our agency is so big, we have to fall under civil service
I've never seen Scott sweat so much. When he was going through a sergeant.
He needs to be sweating. I mean, he came from St. Johns County, St. Augustine High. The boy needs to be sweating.
Yeah. We do.
This whole town knows it.
Everybody
is our currency.
And he knew me, and he's sitting there. I was like, why are you nervous? I'm the only person in the room that should be not outside the agency.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't know where you're going to go. You could go.
Troy's a wild
but they know each other well, though.
It was, we knew each other. And on that one, I couldn't play games. I mean, it was about these people's lives. And they went through some rigorous
no joke
drills on these 5-team panels. It was stressful even sitting on the panel, let alone sitting like you sat in front of 5 people that are just writing down notes like.
Yeah, I hate that.
It's worse now because we got a contracted company that actually is out of Palm Beach County. And the lady that runs its husband is a Palm Beach County deputy sheriff. Her son's a deputy sheriff, and they come up here and they run a pretty tight shop with us up here. Okay. We're just so big now with civil service protection, and of course, it's life changing now. I mean, that's when you go to that rank from deputy sheriff to a supervisor or a sergeant. That's life changing. I mean, now you have the responsibility of men and women making major decisions for the sheriff. in the middle of nighttime, because most of the time it's a lieutenant, sergeants out there and a captain. Yeah. So it's a lot of, but I will take this back to our 911 communication center, the men and women that work out there. And what happens with the 911 people, those are some of our best employees. So eventually they transfer within the agency. Matter of fact, my new executive assistant, Renee Ellis, she came from comms. She was an operator. She's a local kid out of Jacksonville. Then she went down to West Florida, Southwest Florida, her and her husband, and they came back. And I just brought her on board as my staff. I got to laugh real quick. So I've never had a young secretary. She just reached adulthood. She's 31 years old.
She's 31 years old.
Davey, thank you. She's not a secretary. I hate that word.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're
Actually,
good.
she's staff to the sheriff.
You're doing good.
Anyway, so when I actually decided to go ahead and do administrative assistant to the office of the sheriff, I'm pretty rogue. I'd kind of do my own thing. So anyway, so I wanted to make sure my wife was involved in the decision, because Debbie Christopher. I've had Debbie Christopher as my secretary for almost 20 years, and she was just on it, salt of the earth.
I love it.
No drama. It's business, right? But anyway, so as we brought in this administrative assistant, she was a 911 dispatcher, because they can multitask like I've never seen before. So anyways, she just reached adulthood. She turned 31. Congratulations, Renee, if you're listening.
Welcome to Gravity.
And now she's in the office of the sheriff, so I have to laugh. It's like having my daughter around there. It's like my son's 31. But she's just a good kid, bringing life to the agency, of course.
Good.
And a lot of the other administrative assistants are, of course, older, my age. So it's good. So welcome to the family,
Harness
Renee.
that energy. That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. She's 100 miles a minute. She like pops my office. I'm like, what? I need to have put those little bells so I can hear her coming down the hallway.
Yeah.
Ting, 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 ting. So, anyways, yeah. So please get on. Come join the family.
That'd be awesome. Now, along those same lines, 911 hangups. I saw you guys made a post.
Oh my
about
goodness
this,
gracious! Okay,
a couple of days ago. What's going on with the hangups? Are hangups up? You guys have had a lot recently.
So we had an additional 10,000 911 hangups in just the month of May and June. So we had about 6,000 one month and 4,000 the other month. So what's happening is this is not some swatting call in an app. What's happening, first of all, we saw some of the answers that were coming through on social media where they have the 911 app, of course, on their phone, or if you shut your phone off, hold it too long, it goes to the emergency SOS.
My mom had an issue where she got a phone cover. She got a phone case for her phone that didn't fit perfectly, and it kept calling 911. It called 911 like
must have been hitting that button or something.
Yeah, something like that. Called 911 like 3 times in a day. Yeah.
So here's the problem, though. We understand 911 hangups happen, but the problem is we had 10,000 hangups. So a quick example of a 911 hangup is first of all, it overrides everything going on in the in the 911 center and alerts the dispatchers to this is a 911 emergency call coming in. So the call taker will take the call, and then as soon as they pick the phone up, it hangs up. Well, the old days of basically blocking your cell number are over with. With GPS and modern technology and the satellites, you can't just hang up because now we know where you are. And it's a great feature to have, by the way.
So there's not like a 15-second rule. Remember the movies where had to wait.
We got you.
That's
That's a good point.
That's right.
With the new triangulation method of our satellite systems, not getting too complex, but the new triangulation method, it's spot as soon as you call, it's already picked up on the cell phone tower where you're at.
Great.
It is an instant ping. So that being said, we ask you not to hang up, because what happens on a 911 hang up is, a quick example, I call 911, 911 emergency, what's your emergency? And you hang up. It's still an emergency because we got to validate that something is not wrong with you, your family, or whatever's going on. Right. So that being said, we try calling you back. Okay. So now what happens, it goes from a 911 call taker to another call taker to see what we're trying to verify, that false call.
Well, I'm not picking up.
Well, we ask you to stay on it because we're going to come to you now. So if you don't pick it back up, then you get a deputy sheriff.
Right.
Because now it's...
you have to talk to a human.
No. So we'd rather you just go ahead and answer our phone call back. You're not in trouble, and simply said, I apologize. I pushed the app on my phone, or my phone's malfunctioning. Great. We're just making sure you're okay. Everybody okay? Yes. Where are you at? We're at there. We verify it, and then we hang up the phone together. So again, we just are trying to educate the community, not trying to insult your intelligence, saying, hey, please do not hang up on our 911 dispatchers in St. Johns County. So,
I'm here. I feel like the boy that cried wolf. Remember that story? That's kind of like what that's sort of about. And then you're going to miss that one when it's actually an emergency. Correct. And they only had that second to call you. Yeah. How many of those 10,000 were resolved, do you think? I mean, I don't know if you have that number, but
I do not. But majority of, I think over 90% were actually based on my the people that work in the center. They were just simply an accidental 911 hang up. Yeah. And again, back to the original.
Those 10% are so important.
You're darn right. It is. It could be that one emergency. Right. So we got to go back through and triage every single call. And again, I'll refresh your memory too. 115,000 911 calls that were actually legitimate, not hang-ups, just 911 calls that we actually responded to something.
Okay.
So also to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, all 911 calls come to the sheriff's office. We triage the call, and then we'll tap in fire rescue or, of course, our deputy sheriff. So we are the call takers for all 911 calls in St. Johns County.
Yeah.
So again, just thank you. We're going to put a PSA out, Pete, I believe, and if you'll help us push that.
Sure.
But again, just share with your friends. And again, you're not in trouble, but just please answer the phone call and say, I'm sorry, it was an accident. My kid did it. Educate your kid and hang up the phone, and we'll have a good day together.
What does caller ID look like when you're calling back?
Caller ID will actually say St. Johns County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. It is. Yeah. So it's actually pre-programmed. It'll say St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. I think it says actually St. Johns County Sheriff's Office E911.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. Perfect. Thanks for saying that.
I remember I got that talk when I was a very young kid. I sat there and called on my parents' house phone. I was just sitting there at like 2 years old, just talking to the dispatcher, having a good old conversation. My mom comes in freaking out. Who are you talking to? What's going on? Dispatcher. She had to sit there and talk to him for 5 minutes. I'm sorry, it's my kid. He's
we get some interesting 911 calls, and we can, it's public record, so we can always play one for you next time you're here going, hey, you know who the F I am? No, but we're going to find out who you are.
Yeah.
I will shortly.
Yeah. If you guys could just dedicate a whole team to compiling those for us, just for us.
That would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Do you want to hear some seriously?
Oh my God, absolutely. 100%.
So my staff is listening, so we will put together like a half dozen because they're going to be hysterical.
That'd be amazing.
We love it.
Okay, it's all public record.
If we could do that,
you are going to die laughing what they say on there.
That'd be
Come
so
get
funny.
me now. I need a ride.
Okay.
Well, and then, of course, our men and women remind them, you have called the St. Johns County Sheriff's. I know who the F I called. I need a ride. I pay taxes in St. Johns County.
Oh, no.
Yes. We will share. It's public record. You have made a public records request, and I will provide a half dozen of the funniest ones within the last 6 months.
Okay.
Wow.
I like this.
That'll be my next show. We will get a good laugh. It's going to put
awesome.
Clay's traffic to shame.
Okay. That's going to be tough to do.
Clay, your helicopter's out. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
We can bring Jerry back at any time.
That's right.
He's probably on one of those.
Jerry's on standby. With you guys' helicopter. All right, let's see. One more thing I wanted to touch on. You guys have been involved in some of the rip current rescues this year, right?
I just said
and
that
of course, it's summertime. This is on higher alert than it is throughout the year. What do we need to know about rip currents? What do we need to know about you guys' involvement?
So just a couple of things. First of all, you all have been here a long time. So with the dredging, when you mess with Mother Nature, of course, you get a different response on what the ocean does, of course. And again, not to insult anybody's intelligence. So our dredging process is every 5 years. And now it's kind of out of cycle because we've been hit so many times with these storms. So really, our beaches aren't like they were when we were growing up, if that makes sense. So with that being said, the rip currents, St. Johns County Fire and Rescue, their Marine Division do a phenomenal job. But as we all know, they're seasonal. And then the rest of the time, they're patrolling in vehicles. So our deputy sheriffs that actually work the 42 miles of beaches on a regular basis are very well trained in rescues, and that's what they do for a living. We work very well with St. Johns County Fire Rescue with our partnership, but this is what's happening now is the old days, of course, of them, us having, maybe 6,000 people on the beach the entire weekend. It's probably closer to 20 to 30,000 people, if not more. So people are getting this. It's not funny, but the funny thing that's going on is that they will physically, meaning the visitors, will see us go in the water and bring somebody out, and they'll go right back in the water where we came from. So what's going on is these rip currents, they're very well defined and identified. Matter of fact, we've actually looked at them through, using our drones and our helicopters. But these lifeguards, Marine Rescue, and our beach services, they know where these rip tides are at. I mean, it's that calm, smooth water. And I'll just use Mary Street, Donovanville Road, because that happens to be our little hotspot here recently, where you go to the ocean, the waves are breaking on the left and right, but yet there's a 75-yard path in the middle. It's very smooth. Yeah. You can almost see the wine-shaped glass kind of thing going out there. So what's happening, I'll just kind of give you some stats real quick. Just over the 4th of July weekend, before 4th of July, I went into fire rescue on that Monday, which of course was a holiday, and they had already had 34 actual rescues from just Saturday, Sunday to Monday morning. And then we topped on 4th of July day, the following day on Tuesday, and we almost doubled that number. And we're talking about legitimate rescues. As you know, too, from what the media was in the media, was a couple of people did perish. We did lose a couple of lives over those couple of days. So with that being said, we're just trying to, again, pay attention to those markers out there when the red flags are out there and the lifeguards are saying, we recommend you don't go in, above, chest deep or, waist deep water. So again, these our men and women physically, matter of fact, one of our deputies, Mickey Butler, I want to say he had 6 rescues legit rescues over the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. And with that being said, I mean, that's risking our personnel too, that are protecting you from going to the water. So again, we're just trying to educate, get these PSAs out there. And I'm no disrespect to people that aren't from here, but your ocean's not like my ocean. All these oceans are different. So you may come from an ocean where it's easy to enter and exit because it doesn't drop off as much, or maybe it's more gradual of a decline or incline. But with that being said, the oceans are all different. So we ask you to respect them. And the other thing too, as well, you've got to keep, your kid can disappear in a matter of seconds.
Right.
It's literally under the water and the child is gone. So some things too, some people question us of, why does your deputy sheriff stay on the beach? You got to understand that we're trying to keep one person on the beach because the ocean is moving. Yeah. So if we enter the water,
there's a drift that happens. You get in the water and you're getting out of the water at different locations.
Yes. Yeah,
absolutely. And that's when the beaches were under Parks and Recreation. That was our number one call.
Yep.
Is parents came out of a different area and they left their kids up on the beach in the sloughs, and they got confused.
Yeah.
And the kid ended up staying in the exact same
supposed
spot.
to be. Yeah.
Right. And the parents came out at a different area.
Yeah.
Still calling. Make sure we find your kid. But there was lost children. Crazy. Is probably the number one call out there
to this day
on the beach.
Wow. Yeah. And we tell people too, and again, I'm no expert, of course, in the ocean and rip current, but I can swim. But with that being said, when the rip current pulls you, we tell you not to fight it because your anxiety is you're going to get caught in that washer machine, basically. Mm-hmm. So of course we educate our people. Fire rescue does too as well with beach services, simply saying, hey, go with the rip. And let it pull you with it and swim with it. And then of course, once you get out, of course, swim parallel to the beach as opposed to trying to fight it. So, and everybody, we've all been in the ocean one time when you hit that hard wave, you get rolled up in it, you panic for a minute.
Sure.
Swallow some water. And of course, you're probably going to lose conscious, but our men and women, and I will tell you this too, the bystanders in this, maybe it's just St. Johns County. I don't know. Maybe it's just America. I couldn't tell you, but our bystanders go to work. It's crazy. I mean, we're doing these awards all the time because people are pulling people out of pools, and our people in St. Johns County, whether they're a visitor or people that live here full time, are not afraid to step in and help each other. It's I've seen it on traffic crashes and house fires, and we saw
it with this stabbing a couple of weeks ago.
You're darn right.
Where these videos just
did you watch the video last night?
The video just was released. I saw it.
Yeah. So we brought Madison and her mom in, Jackie, to watch the video before we gave it to the media to make sure they knew what they. We know they lived it, but they didn't see it. Right. And Madison, she's just going to be a rock star.
She's a fighter, man.
She's a fighter, and she will walk again. By the way, this girl,
absolutely.
That's how hardcore she is.
She sees it in the eyes. Yeah,
it's crazy. These kids are just. But anyway, so they came in, watched the video, and then we released it to the media out there because we knew. You slow it down and watch it a little bit. This video, it's horrific, man.
It's horrific.
Yeah. And if it's not for Austin,
how fast he moved.
She's not alive, by the way. It's not for Jackie too. If the mom doesn't step in, right? If Austin doesn't step in, and Austin's friend don't step in, it's a different case, by the way. This is this Tristan Bailey case.
Yeah, totally.
And she's joining you at an event at the end of the month.
She is. Yeah, she's joining. She's on an event with us at the end of the month, and. She's got a long battle. She's got a long road ahead of her. And as you know, the court system's not slow as it is, but she's also going to deal with her, medical, mental health the entire time. But this girl has stepped up. I'm going back to school in next month. She's going to be a junior or senior at Ponte Vedra High. I mean, she has stepped up going, I will walk again. I will testify. I'm going to finish this journey in life.
Foundation into
she started the foundation into the school.
Yeah.
I mean, what better person to talk about, domestic violence at the high school level, right? And relationships at the high school level than a person that's been a victim that survived.
Yeah.
It's a powerful story,
man.
Powerful story. Things happen. It's crazy. It's just, it's not that it's just Ponte Vedra, but it's in St. Johns County. It's a restaurant that people are visiting. It's a normal day. It's a weekend. I mean, it's kind of just that quick. It unfolds that fast. And then you happen to have a guy named Austin who's getting off work from Barba Jeans in the parking lot with his friend, just going to have a beer on the way home from work, who, if all the timing's not right, this is a different situation.
Just how fast they responded was amazing.
Sprinting.
Absolutely.
Sprinting across the parking lot. Knowing that he's armed with a knife.
Yeah.
Didn't reach for their phones. Didn't reach for. They went because that's the heart and the courage. I mean,
he's got catastrophic events to his body for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
He's wounded the rest of his life.
Right.
I mean, he's got major cartilage and tendon damage. I mean, it's a knife.
Yeah,
I mean, he got caught with a knife.
It was crazy.
Yeah, craziness. Yeah.
And was it Kennedy? Kennedy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I met with him and his dad a couple of days right after that, of course. And of course, he's out of it, because he's just had surgery and just a hero. And you got Madison, who's like, because of you, the mom, Jackie, because of you, I'm here today. I'm alive because of you. They got a bond forever.
They're bond forever, like the relationship. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I hate to even bring this up. I don't want to be so. But the Tristan Bailey case did so many good things for this community. It did so many good things for the Bailey family. And as you know, it even happens with police are wearing body armor now today because somebody was killed without body armor.
Right.
It's these tragic incidents that bring us together as a community and unite us and make us better and stronger and do things better. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. But it comes with a sacrifice of life.
Right. But that is life. I mean, everything it is life.
But then you get the Bailey family now. By the way, the Bailey family is the one that calls Rob Hardwick when a deputy sheriff dies in the line of duty. Yeah. The Bailey family calls Rob Hardwick and say, "Sheriff, just checking on you and your mental health." You can't make this stuff up. The man checks on me on Father's Day and holidays and special events. And Stacy, the mom, they just check on us.
It's like the horror story of the community is somebody else's survival guide. It's, that's exactly what we are.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Sheriff, thank you for sitting in with us this morning. I appreciate your time, sir.
Serious conversations today, though.
I'll bring a few of them.
Yeah, but don't forget next time, what am I bringing?
You're bringing some solid gold.
I'm telling you right now, wear your diapers because it's going to be fun.
Solid gold.
Don't forget about this because I will.
No, my staff
I will not.
No, listen, Renee, I know you're listening. I know Praise listening. I know my staff, Lieutenant Harrigan, my staff and Office of the Sheriff. We are going to bring you 6 classic.
Oh my gosh.
6 classic 911.
I love this so much.
Actually, I'll even bring you 6 classic 911. Ended up in jail. 911 calls.
Oh my gosh.
One call, let's say 30 times.
I want Clay to do like sketches of animation while they're talking. That would be hysterical.
We may attach a booking photo too because it's public record.
It's getting better and better by the second.
Yes. So I will bring a special surprise on my next show. Thank you for your support of us.
You're amazing.
Thank you for pushing out these PSAs, but also to these announcements that we're recruiting. And we appreciate everything you guys do for us. So thank you very much and have a great weekend.
Yes, sir.
You guys do an amazing job, and your detectives, top notch. They solved a case.
Brother.
They solved a case that I thought would never have been solved.
Me too.
And I just want to give those guys so much credit of how hard they worked on that case, and it's amazing.
I get just a shout out before I leave. Our detectives. I've been around this 31 years. Going to my 31st years. I've never seen so many men and women that are so relentless on even the simple theft case that they just want to go back to that victim going, "Hey, I got your ring back, by the way." What? Yeah, I got your diamond ring back.
That's amazing.
But it's those little things in life when someone goes into your house unauthorized and touches your stuff where you just feel like you're dirty.
Oh, it's
or they take something of your property that is so sentimental to you that it's special to you. Our detectives they're relentless on these cases. And I want to say we're up in the high 80% solvability in all of our cases. We're one of the highest in the nation. Man, I appreciate you saying that.
They were both, the St. County Sheriff's Office, and that's exactly what you want.
That case is phenomenal.
Yeah, they did exactly what you wanted for that. So
we're not saying much about this case because it's still got some active pieces in there before we actually finalize it. But it was a very complex case that basically went all over the state of Florida kind of thing to Central Florida. All over the country. Wow. And with that being said, in the end of this, you're going to see the detective work by my men and women and Troy knows about it very well. But at the end, simply calling the victim going, "Hey, we got him in custody, and this is what we got," with a full confession.
Wow.
Yeah. So technology.
It's got to feel good for everybody.
It feels good. Yeah.
And Sheriff, I now that you speak of it, I recently had a Lamborghini Murcielago stolen. So if you guys,
did you really?
Yeah. If you guys can find that and return it to me, that would be amazing.
A friend of mine's got a Bugatti. You got to Google that one. My friends of mine got a Bugatti.
Let's go.
I didn't know what that was.
Woo, 2 people in that car.
Yeah.
She paid $3.1 million for this Bugatti.
That's nice. Whoa. She want to sponsor a show?
She can't now. She
bought the Bugatti.
Yeah, she would have. You asked too late, Pete. All right, y'all. Appreciate you. Love you guys. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir. You as well.